I think I don't want to say it's Zero Dante, I think.
That makes sense.
I mean, it's a fantastic team. Fantastic team. But we could talk more MVCI later.
Yes,
right now,
can.
we got Grands. We have Light versus LingLing. This is a CT Classic.
Oh, yeah, this is a CT Weekly episode number 597. We're going to see Light versus Ling, usually with Light on the winner side of things. But, you know, Ling, in recent history, Light definitely has had it, but this is definitely not uncommon to see Ling on that side as well. But like I said before, Light plays with a special kind of fire when he's in the loser side. So if Ling can stuff that out, if he can play with good composure, he's had plenty of time to relax and watch everyone else drain themselves and pick them apart. So hopefully his research off to the side will definitely work out for him.
And
what do you think about this from your perspective point of not being here like as often?
So I have gotten a chance to see this in person a couple of times, and I always find it fascinating because as we just saw in that instance, Peach can just get blown up. She just explodes because Peach is unfortunately combo food to a large majority of the cast just because of her floatiness and her weight class puts her in that position. But under the expertise of LingLing and someone who's so well versed in this particular matchup, he knows what he has to look out for. He knows how to flip the script and turn things into his own combo. And I feel like where those reversals take place is going to be the most important. So here on Smashville, things turning to the ledge can be immense for LingLing.
If both of these players have that roommate read thing going where they played each other so much that you're going to see like extra micromanaged like reads to try and trick each other. Also, their combo extensions are massive, and Ling's ability to edgeguard Fox is next level. Like Light's gotten used to it, but if you see him play against many other Foxes, well, this backdoor is going to take this, and LingLing's going to take game one. LingLing playing pretty damn solid today. Like, he's playing really well today. The fact that he beat Jen, which is, he's also had a bad history against Ryu. Like, you ever heard of Bellic?
I believe I've seen the name before.
Bellic is one of the greatest hidden bosses and gods of the New England area he attends some stuff of late, but he's not attending nearly as much. But his Ryu is so simple, yet so dangerous. Like, he will just poke you until you're at kill percent and then go for a true Shoryuken. He will not do anything special. He will just outread you and outplay you until you die at 50.
Fair enough.
He's so solid, and he would actually take many games. He would take sets off of Ling. He's taking sets off of Light. He's also gone toe-to-toe with the likes of some of those mass players up there. I don't know the history behind those, and I know they'll blow me up if I call out bad calls in here because I see Kool-Aid, and I see Maddie and everybody in here. But still, very, very talented player. But right now, for the fact that if Ling can manage to win tonight, if he actually take a win over Light tonight, I think that'll push his confidence into the right place to finally start recontesting Light for another one. Because Light has just been relatively untouchable.
Yeah, he's been looking clean,
except for
right
that.
now really looking fantastic in this. Even though he was eating plenty of damage from Light, like I said, the reversal just turned everything completely around, and after that forward air, all of a sudden we have LingLing with 80%, but he has the stock lead, and with Final Destination, Peach is able to maneuver her way around in a way that makes your opponent's movements very predictable. There's no platforms to mix up, the ledges are very rudimentary, it's just a plain, flat plane. And because of that, you have to run in at certain angles. Fox, unfortunately, falls to the fault that he is very linear in what he does. Yeah, you can get creative with his combos and how you play him changes between person to person, but he still hits you the same way.
Yeah, Ling is doing a pretty good job for the most part of playing around that in his first game. Like, he finally taking the stock off there, but he's just been looking immaculate, getting that 70% kill off at the beginning there, and he is starting to rack up some damage. The Light's starting to rack up some damage on him, but Ling is just pulled out like every option he's gone for. I think he might be playing to the fact that he was just so drained from having to worry about dying so early against Jen that it might be maybe in the back of his head. That was a very, very long set that he had to play a second ago. So hopefully this works out for him. But right now, Light's still in a pretty good position because now Ling is at kill percent to like an up air or an up smash. Trying to get him being a little bit aggressive, and that was smart. That was really smart. Just tomahawk right in front of him, the bait and aggro option, microspaced out of the way, and threw out that up smash. Ling definitely had that match for the most part, but Light played that so well. He just drew that back really smooth. Very, very solid. And that's pretty much what we see every week.
That's fair enough, man. I mean, you have these two who are playing against each other constantly. In the past, they had done doubles together. They understand each other's play styles and the way that they've developed as players so well, which makes it such an exciting set to watch over and over again because you see so many different advancements. And I feel in a way, Peach and Fox are kind of foils to each other, where Fox is incredibly dominant in his ground combo game. Peach is nigh uncontested with her aerial combo game. It's so unique compared to other aerially oriented characters, like, for instance, Bayonetta, Cloud, Mario to an extent. Her float cancels offer so much variety that it really is like two dueling giants when it comes to how proficient these players are behind their characters.
I mean, as we just saw a second ago with like him being off stage, he racked up like 0 to 50% just from a couple of cancels, just knowing where his decisions were going to be. And he also has some really good bread and butter combos that he pulls off with Peach. They look like something out of an actual fighting game. Like, most characters don't have real true combos, but Peach does. And it's hard to like, play around that. Nice attempt to go for that falling fair there to seal out that stock. Mike's trying to microspace his way out of getting combo extended. Also, a big thing between these two players, this is like the true definition of like grinding and growth. Because these two have played each other so much. And there was a point where Light was just about a year ago. He was like number, I think, 15 on our boards. And
really?
Yeah, and like just scraping by, like getting wins here and there. But now all of a sudden he's just like reached such a dominant state, and Ling has had a hard time catching up. But the way that he's playing tonight, the way that he's like been approaching these matchups, even though he lost that game too, this is looking like Ling of old when it came to Light versus Ling. I'm very, very excited to hopefully see more of this for like weeks to come.
Yeah, as of late, from the play that I've seen out of LingLing, he seems much more confident in his movement and spacing. And I feel like those are two of the most important factors of Peach's aggression state, because she can just get blown up, as we've seen already, but with the spacing of her combos, maximizing the amount of knockback or minimizing it for that factor can go such a long way for killing early. Like with a proper combo setup, Light could die right here.
No, also with a nice vortex extension, Light could bring this match right back up. Like, that's how like explosive both of these two characters are, like you said. And just immediately wait for him to go for an aggressive option back on the center stage. That's so good. Like, he went for the tomahawk, and even though he missed the tomahawk, already had the rapid jabs in place to cover him. And just like that, like just said, he just brought this right back, and now all of a sudden has the lead. This is looking just like game 2 so far. Like, Ling had that large lead. Looking very, very, very confident, very solid. Trying to throw out the up smash to the anti-air, but not going to hit.
Forward air is going to do it. It's going to allow LingLing to take full stage control back. Not able to contest off stage thanks to a very quick wall jump, which we don't often see from Light, but that mix-up in the movement certainly helps matters. Brings game 3 to Light's favor, with the score being 2-1 and Light on the verge of resetting the bracket.
Yeah, you know, LingLing kind of just floating over by him. Like, I don't know what he was really aiming for there, but just kind of like, here, have this. It's like, I'm gonna pass this to you real fast. But if Ling could just solidly hold on to whatever he's doing at the beginning of these matches and keep it all the way through that second stock, this could be a swift 3-0. But Light has just been winning the war of attrition. Like, he's been just been passively beating him out, like just long enough to get by. And if he can't manage to finish out these stocks like the way he's doing with those first games, we're probably going to see a reset and possibly a 3-0 reverse from Light, because I think he's going to get a lot of momentum going into the second set.
Definitely. I feel like stage choice isn't even going to be as important. Although hovering over town and city, I feel is very dangerous, because you want to try and neutralize how much a stage can assist Light and the mayhem that he brings. But
I think that mentally he wants the FD factor while still being able to trap him a little bit and mess with him on the platforms. Like, I think that's really what's going for him right now. And like, every time he's had the large lead, he's gotten it. But then stock 2, I feel like he's had a harder time landing, maybe? That's probably where he's going with this. Like, he's had a little bit of a hard time landing against Light over the past 2 games. So he wants the room to work with without giving him battlefield.
And this is definitely the best of both worlds. This gives him all the options he needs. He just needs to make sure that he keeps Light's movement in check, or else everything runs away right through his fingers.
Yeah, you know, you want to get combo extended as well off these platforms. Unfortunately, it's not benefit him at all at the start of this match. And Light looking very explosive off the start here, but Ling getting a nice reverse throw, getting him back off stage, getting a little stage positioning, but Light immediately getting back up there. And goes for the nair. It's the...
Operator?
Hello? Hello? Hi. So we have a new Broken Fox option that we don't want, so we'd like to return it, please. It's okay. Their return package received. So... I'm sorry, this man just got a nair to footstool. I hope we never see that be implemented in the future.
Scary. Like there's that's another thing that just blows my mind is that like Fox being explored the way that he is a relatively recent development. By that I mean like the matter of months. This game is approaching on its full 3rd year of competitive play on the Wii U.
Yeah, the lab monsters are coming out with full force of late. Like you do.
Not dead yet.
Okay, all right, he's not dead yet.
We're not looking at the bracket reset just yet. LingLing's still hanging in there, but he's eating a forward smash for his efforts, and just like that, resetting the bracket.
So that has been keyed, the Void, by Actual Garbage, because if you remember at Shine, he spaced the nair and he just out microspaced him so he would bait the grab to go for that F smash. He does that a lot now because that's a really good option. So every time we see it, we just refer to it as the Void to remind everybody of the fact that Lightning Void. And we're going to see the switch to the Bayonetta.
All right. A very different paradigm shift from what we had previously seen. However, this is a character that's well practiced under LingLing's belt, and I suppose this is as good a time as any to really put it under the pressure.
Yeah, like he has pulled it out on occasion before. Like it has worked for him every once in a while, but never solidified the full 5 games. But I think right now it's a pretty good idea just because of the fact that it is reset. He has readjusted to that the peach, and maybe this will get him off a game. Maybe he can steal out a game and get a little momentum going. But at best, you're gonna at least try and get his mentality off of what he's been doing against your peach because he was looking fantastic in that previous reset. He just couldn't finish the game.
Right.
Well, right now, eating a lot of damage, being forced to wait on the back of stage. Unfortunately, luckily for him, not getting punished for that witch time on the side there.
I'm trying to figure out how will this Bayonetta really affect the matchup as a whole. I have a feeling that LingLing's just going to be using a lot of Bayonetta's normals more than the traditional, witch twist into afterburner kick and how those combos follow because Light can turn a situation around on Bayonetta very well.
Yeah, LingLing plays Bayonetta with a very fundamentally sound idea. Like, he plays Bayonetta very similar to the way he plays his Peach. Rightfully so. Actually, every Bayonetta plays like they play their Peach because every Bayonetta player used to play Peach.
That's facts.
Almost every one of them. It's kind of ridiculous. But smart on Ling not getting baited out by that pressure with the back airs on the shield, and Light is going to air dodge the stage and eat an F smash for his troubles. And then he's going to make Ling eat a back air. So one of the things that I would like to see Ling go for if he could is to get better at using the fair strings off the side to be able to steal all the stock. But it's just like Light does pretty well when it comes to recovering against the fair strings. Like he doesn't normally fall for it too much. That's an SD.
Never
mind. Wow, never mind.
He's living.
I thought he would jump when he decided to go for that side B.
One of the #1 things about Bayonetta to any capacity is resource management.
Yes.
Like to the point it's actually become like a running joke within my little sub-community. Because there's so many little things you have to watch over for Bayonetta. Stocks dropping has to be one of them as well as Light manages to take game 1.
Yeah, that's something we have actually discussed around here too, because we do have Chavo, we've had other Bayonettas too, and it's not just on the Bayonetta to resource manage. You need to really pay attention to when you're playing against Bayonetta. Focus on how many jumps they go on, how many side Bs they go on, and you shouldn't normally be trying to gimp them. You shouldn't normally be trying to go off stage against Bayonetta. Yeah, I know. I see the surprised look on your face, but this is something that actually happens.
I'm not in New York. I don't have to see Kirby's.
Shout outs to Devin. Shout outs to Mike. Where's Mike Curtin? Where's he been?
I don't know. Me and him, we can't exist in the same room at the same time.
Really?
Yeah, I've never actually met him.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of Mike Kirby. So
I am too.
So that makes me sad. So yeah, we're gonna see the switch onto the Kirby, and this is something that has been fun to watch.
So, this matchup is kind of silly. I don't have a lot of experience with analyzing this particular set, but Kirby is much more of a bait and punish, grab-oriented character, can take a lot of advantage out of fast-falling characters like Fox. And that's sort of well reflected in the percentage and now stock lead that LingLing has. Oh, no.
Oh, my God. No way. Okay.
All right.
So, okay.
He went for the old age grime. I would have loved to have seen it, but...
Same. Like, he was so committed to actually deciding to go for it. Look, on paper, all right, I'm going to say this. On paper, it seems like Kirby playing against him is a good idea. He can combo him to hell. Yes. But he also dies dumb early to Fox. Like, stupid. And he also gets, like, relatively true combos when it comes to those up airs really well. I do very much enjoy watching those combos occur, but as you can see, it's not that easy to do. Granted, Ling did give up a stock.
That whole second stock, I don't know where that went. That was gone.
Look, Ling threw out a hammer, which you knew that it was a wrap. You knew he kind of gave up on it. I think.
All right, where's the token moving back? It's moving back to Bayonetta.
Congratulations to I saw a couple people say it in there, but some people were like, congratulations to Light for winning Onslaught 100.
He's on route for it, man.
I would love to see Ling get the one back, absolutely. If he can manage to keep his composure with the Bayonetta. But right now...
What composure? Yeah. It seems to be broken and gone.
It's like I said before, if we saw the reset, it would probably be it's just historically the way it goes. Like, Light is so strong when he gets momentum. It's hard to smother it. It's like, he's just one of those few players where you can't really break his confidence when he gets to that point.
This has turned into quite the clown fiesta. Even though this is a well-practiced character out of LingLing's arsenal, Light is free. And while the Kirby was rather humorous, it is a game that LingLing wasn't really able to afford to drop.
Yeah, also trying to stuff off the aggressive approach with that up smash there. Is he actually? Okay. I know that wasn't good. For a second, I thought it would. Oh, actually, this might. No, good DI, which is not something we normally say about Light because he's not been great at DI.
He doesn't seem too used to the concept of being put in a disadvantaged state when he needs to.
No, it's not very often when he gets put in that state. And right now, actually, this match is relatively even for the most part. He's going to eat a back air, and that's going to be the first stop. But I guarantee you, there it is. It missed, but I was about to say an up smash is incoming.
All right, so we're set in a situation. LingLing has plenty of rage. He seems to have a firm understanding of how Light's going to approach on him in this set. Maybe those first two games being tossed weren't the worst, because it seems that LingLing has a much more concrete idea going into this. Whether it was worth it for him to take 2 games to download Light is certainly questionable as he sits on his tournament stock. But if he can make this Bayonetta pick work, then by all means.
Hey, his defense has been looking much better in this game 3 for the most part. Like, he didn't drop that shield while he was on the top platform there. Unfortunately, he did get shield poked by that back air there when he was on the side, but it's been looking relatively solid for him on Battlefield right now. But he is one combo away from getting defense right back up. Gets the air dodge read though, and unfortunately for Ling, he wasn't too far enough over to the side. And Light already was just anticipating that need to tech there. Knew he was going to try and get that edge guard. But it's still very much doable for Ling. He just needs to keep himself from getting hammered like this. He needs to get back down to get some center stage control. Is that going to work?
That's not going to work. You know, for all the problems with the linearity of the Foxfire, it does get substantial height. Like, this Fox can fly.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a lot of the times when Light recovers, like, he had no business recovering whatsoever. But he manages to make it work. This is actually a very friendly position. Okay, so couldn't get back to that top platform to go for that up smash.
I love bats.
Nope, very indifferent on him, but I do love saying, nice back air.
Everyone's got to meet their quota.
Everybody has to make sure that they say it at least 17 times, if not more. And LingLing getting a game finally on that reset. And like you said, maybe it took 2 games to get the download, but the way he played defensively in that game 3 there was looking a lot better.
We're going into Wednesday.
Happy about that.
We're going into Wednesday. I love it when a weekly manages to break 12 a.m.
Oh, nice.
Shout out to Smash GG extending the bracket.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be very annoyed having to look at that later on when I'm trying to figure out who played who.
Yeah, rest in peace for the sake of bracket management. But nonetheless, we're still sitting here in the Reset Grand Finals here on Game 4. LingLing finally putting something on the board, and he's really coming to show that this Bayonetta is not sleeping like it was in the beginning of the Reset bracket.
Yeah, it's looking much better so far. Like in that first game, like Light was kind of smothering it a little bit, even though he had a relatively decent lead. But that Game 4 there was looking a little bit better than Game 3. But he's having a little bit harder time actually landing right now. As, yep, there it is.
Blown up, not able to return to the ledge, and just like that, Light is in position to be able to take this set.
Yeah,
However,
LingLing sitting on his tournament stock life now.
we saw this before. LingLing brought it back. His patience with Bayonetta is certainly proving that as long as he positions himself well on the stage and manages his resources effectively, he could just as easily take the stock off of Light and possibly bring us into a game situation.
Yeah, if he can manage to seal the stock out very soon, because he is sitting at 77%, which is very frightening against Fox. Trying to call out that jump, and also Light trying to call his jump after him, but nobody ends up losing their stock as we saw all that. I like it. Once again, Light trying to go for these up smash reads for an air dodge on the platforms, but the platform pulled away a little too far, so he wasn't able to get it. I like the fact that Ling has just not been letting him recover for free. He's been trying to smother him off stage and actually not dying to that forward throw by the ledge.
Yeah, it's starting to stale out a bit. This is the 4th time now, but with the percentage built up over time, that will be enough. However, at 89%, Ling is still not out of the woods just yet, especially with that down air to up smash confirming it's not going to kill. However, look at all the percentage he leads the roll, and just like that, Onslaught number 100 winner is Light after a grueling 9 games and having to fight his way through the New York Written Losers bracket.
Yeah, Light didn't. That was not an easy fought win on Light whatsoever. He had to deal with the fact that he got put into losers by Gen. Very, very well played set. And then almost losing the Gen again on the rerun. Ralphie also giving him a good run for his money. But LingLing had a shot at it on the prior to reset side. His Peach was looking very solid, but unfortunately just wasn't able to steal out the matches.
Right.
And, you know, we're going to end up seeing Light win Onslaught 100. We made it. Got to 100 weeklies.
And here's to 100 more.
Yes. Shout out to our scene growing ever more and them making me stay here till